Welcome back, everyone, to Intensive Treatment's playthrough of Batman Arkham Origins. And we're back at the Batcave. We're talking to Alfred here, and we're going to get the lowdown on whatever was on that memory card for that
Yeah.
drone. So,
And at this point, guys, this video is out after Christmas, so we hope you had a Merry Christmas, and we hope you're enjoying the playthrough so
look,
far.
it's Ghost Butler.
Dude, when that first happened to me, I was like, what the hell?
It's like he's not even. It's like he's not even there.
Didn't you guys know? We killed him. He's dead. And so right here, guys, we're going to figure out who these assassins are, what they want, and it's one of the most misused plots ever, so there's not really much to talk about, other
I
than we just
remember.
defeated one.
Yeah, we did. Like I said, why was he even on the list to begin with?
Yeah.
Like,
He's already crossed off.
so it's 7 assassins that we're hunting down.
But what were you gonna say?
I remember when this premise wasn't like when they first unveiled Arkham Origins in Game Informer. They did a whole magazine showcase of this and announcing it was like, okay, we're gonna have a game later this year. It's gonna be set during Christmas. It's a prequel. It's made by another dev team. It's not made by Rocksteady, which that was a whole can of worms themselves. But also, it's like you're fighting 8 assassins over the course of one night, which is Christmas Eve. And I'm like, that sounds fucking cool for a premise.
I thought it did too.
Yeah. And then they do nothing with it, or at least they don't really, like, after a certain point, it shifts to somebody else, which we'll talk about later.
Right.
But yeah, as far as the assassins, we had Killer Croc, which we took out. We got Electrocutioner, that fucking idiot. Shiva, Firefly, Copper. Did I say Copper? I don't know. Anyway.
Copper. I don't know, but I don't think you did.
Deadshot, and also.
Well, actually, it's not Deadshot, guys. Just so
it's
you
fake
guys know.
Deadshot.
It's,
oh my
it's
god,
fake Deadshot.
We're never gonna let this go.
No.
Thanks, Suicide Squad.
Thanks for retconning such a just dumb. That's so stupid. It's actually it's the reasoning they gave. They could have just been like, yeah, we're retconning because of like the movie and like it just, it's popular and whatever, but they're just like, yeah, it's actually an alt universe and like yeah. Or they just could have not retconned it.
They could have just said like, "Oh, he was always black," or something. Like they could have gone that route, and I wouldn't have cared. But the fact that they actually they delve into it in the interview tapes is just
he was an imposter.
Yeah, he was just an imposter. He's been here for like 10 years, like with the same motives, everything. So
Batman's too stupid. He's not the world's greatest detective, apparently.
Nope. No, he isn't.
This son of a bitch had no clue. But at this point in time, Suicide Squad was not canon, so this is the real Deadshot.
Yes.
And it will always be the real Deadshot. Come on, guys. So now we know who's coming after us, and we know that Black Mask hired them, and now we have to basically just go out and figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what always bugged me too about this is, I don't know what part we stop at here, but I'm assuming it's not too far. The first assassin we fight is Deathstroke, and it never sits right with me.
Actually, the first assassin that we fight
is
after Killer is Electric. Well, it's the hardest boss fight in all of existence.
I know, it's so hard.
You'll see later what I do with that. But yeah, now we're trying to locate Black Mask, and our only source for that is the Penguin.
Who just recently got off of killing his 2 brothers in a Gotham sewer and is now hiding out in a ship.
He's not wearing a leg brace anymore, which is, it's good for him.
So this is also our introduction to a character, which you'll see here in a minute, but I feel like this is one of the only parts in the game where it's actually so shoehorned in your face that
Yeah.
it annoys me. Oh, the tower's down. You have to go in
I
here.
wonder who could have possibly done it.
Wow, in the one game you didn't have to include this person, they included him.
Not only do we get a reintroduction, I should say, of a shoehorned in character, we also get an introduction to a horribly implemented mechanic
Yeah.
that nobody ever goes out of their way to do because it's so bugged. The Dark Knight system.
Yeah.
Fuck the Dark Knight system.
It is one of the biggest abominations of the Arkhamverse. And the reward for it is not worth it at all.
No. No, it's not.
And I'm assuming both of us have gotten it just to complete. I've gotten it.
I've
To
got
say I
I've
got
gotten
it.
it, yeah. I
But it's
went out of
really
my
not worth
way.
it.
When I bought the Wii U version of this game, because when I first got Arkham Origins, I got the Xbox 360 version as
Right.
a Christmas gift. How fitting. Um,
Yeah.
Later on, I had my end of the semester or whatever grading present we used to call it, and I bought a eShop card, and I was like, I'm gonna buy Arkham Origins on
Mm.
eShop because, whatever. And for the whole summer, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do the story, like for, normal, whatever, do the New Game Plus, I Am the Knight, all that, all the challenges, all the Riddler stuff, all the side missions, and the Dark Knight challenges. And man, did I regret that immediately.
Yeah. It's so. Everything about it feels wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of introductions, this is also another introduction. The crime scene, investigation thing.
Which. So, to backtrack, this game's whole premise was you're going to feel more like a detective than you ever have. We're really leaning into the Batman as a detective, and they did nothing with this.
No.
All you do is rewind crime scenes, and there's no actual detective work being done. You're just holding A or X and waiting for the thing to come.
Yeah, you're watching it construct, certain parts of the crime scene. I mean, it's a neat idea in theory, but
Sure.
and I don't mind it for this game because plot-wise, like this is a younger Batman. He hasn't like fully realized
Yeah.
himself into the role. So I could see that he might need a little help when it comes to, investigating these type of things. But then you get to Arkham Knight and they bring this back and you're just like, why? It
Yeah.
just makes Batman look like an idiot, like even more of an idiot at that point. So, and he's like all seasoned and he's in his prime and stuff. And it's so unnecessary. But
I mean, let's
yeah,
face it, Arkham Knight is unnecessary. So
yeah, yeah, most of it. Yeah.
they were on a roll if we're thinking outside the box here.
Oh yeah. So, for the most part, it's not really like anything too clever, but like you get stuff like this where it's just like, oh, I gotta find where the key card went. It's behind this crate. Like it's neat. It's an interesting idea, but
Yeah.
like I don't know.
I just wish they hadn't made it like Batman's a detective in this, and he's like on the crime scene, and you're doing all this detective work, and I'm like, not really. I mean, like Gotham Knights had a better detective system, and it was terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I fucking hated it in Gotham Knights, but
That's so bad.
man,
But
W. Montreal cannot get
they can't get the detective work right. I just want in a Batman game to actually do the detective work as the player. That'd be great. I mean, obviously, you can't expect everyone to get it just like that, but to have it so that you're actually doing some work and it feels like a payoff, like, oh, I solved that crime.
I think the closest we're ever gonna get to that is the Telltale games. Like it
Oh yeah,
just
absolutely.
because And like that's probably where it works best. Like the one that I'm thinking of is in episode 1, where it's just
Mhm.
like you're trying to figure out what happened to this shipment of chemicals, and it's just like you got a dead cop, and you're trying to figure out, oh, this dude like clawed his fucking throat out or something.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Oh, not this guy.
And this is the introduction I was talking about. Oh, hey buddy, how you doing? Long time no see. Oh wait, I've seen you in every game. Or heard you.
Yeah, we saw him a little bit in the city, but who cares?
Yeah.
So yeah, Riddler's back, or as in this game, he's called Enigma, which
So great.
yeah, so clever.
Enigma then.
I don't know. It's just what I don't whatever. He's here. I don't care.
The craziest part about all of this is that Roger Craig Smith played a great Batman in an otherwise not great game, and then he got to come back for a VR Arkham game, and that game looks like it's better than this.
Yeah.
What a life we're living.
Well, no, I mean, there's only the future, and hopefully we get another actual Arkham game with Roger Craig Smith, where he actually gets to do something. So,
Hashtag remake Arkham Asylum. And yes, another Roger Craig Smith game would be good.
yes. Oh, look at that ugly gray skybox.
So
I didn't
bad.
miss you at all. When you see the comparisons between this and the E3 footage, and the E3 footage looks much better, you fucked up somewhere.
Yeah. Wasn't the E3 footage on PS4? I could be
Mm,
wrong, but
I don't think it was. But I wouldn't have been surprised if because the thing about this game, and we've talked about this before, is that there were maybe ideas of this coming to PS4 later, which I wish they could have done, just
yeah.
for the fact that they would have fixed some of the problems that the last gen uh, version had. And I don't know why WB didn't go with that anyway, because around that time, next gen was becoming the norm. I think it was like right after this game had come out, or right before. That's when
It
the
was right.
next
It was
gen
like a
consoles
month
had come
after.
out. Yeah. So like right afterwards, the next gen systems hit, and there were a lot of ports of games that came out the year prior. And the fact that like say a year after this, they didn't bother like doing a next gen version of Arkham Origins. I don't understand. I don't understand.
They could have even like there were so many games that really like profited and harkened on the idea of like, yeah, we're gonna have a last gen game, but the new gen one is gonna look even better and it's gonna run smoother. So like it made people want to get new gen games.
Yeah.
They should have done that. I always like think of Assassin's Creed 4. Like, yeah, I grew up playing the 360 version, but there was an Xbox One version that came out, and like there is comparisons where it does look better, and there's different textures, and the rain looks better, and just a lot of things. This game could have benefited from that stuff more than a lot of games coming out at this time.
It might have also helped too with the wait for Arkham Knight, because remember that game was supposed to come out in 2014
Right.
and they delayed it. So having
Yeah.
just this on the side for PS4 and Xbox One would have been, would have been nice, but
Yeah.
especially because, you like I said, it really could have, WB Montreal could have gone back and fixed a lot of the issues that, plagued this game at launch, because when this game launched, fuck, it was kind of a train wreck
Yeah.
of every system had something wrong with their version of Arkham Origins.
Mhm.
And yeah, it did not help whatsoever. So,
Yeah.
but
And yeah, I just look at this game and think like particularly the graphics and textures, it's just missed opportunity.
yeah.
Oh no. It's loose lips coming up.
Loose lips. We're gonna see loose lips next part.
Yep. Guys, join us for part 3. If you did enjoy this episode of Penitentiary Playthroughs, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope you all had a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
We'll see you all in the next one. Stay locked up.
Stay locked up.